I'm really confused.
We're still
picked
in
this-
the combat encounter.
No, we ended the combat encounter.
We finished.
finished.
We solved the puzzle.
Just absent bosses in combat.
Odril
Everyone
finished
else is out.
Yeah, Odril finished it off with a final smite.
No, we
Why
don't.
is it?
We really, really don't.
Chip Up must be grabbing the wrong. I'm so confused.
If Treg is confused, then we're in trouble.
No, I'm literally grabbing the share link from Spotify, pasting it into Discord, and Chipbot is saying it's playing the song that I'm telling it to play, but the audio is a different song.
We have
Completely
found
different.
another bot, which is one that Nox actually recommended to us. Is
It's what play.
Jockey. M exclamation point.
Do we have it on this
Is
server?
for no.
No, we don't. Okay. But that's really weird that
Sorry, I kind of forgot that we keep starting at 6 o'clock now instead of 6:30.
Well, the filter in.
It's 6:34 now, Noko.
I appeared here like 30 minutes ago.
You did not appear here 30 minutes ago.
What are you talking about?
I said 3 minutes ago.
Oh.
I was gonna say I'm getting gaslit twice.
for that one.
Lord cares not for your time, mortals. It is 6:30 when Thamor says it is 6:30.
Okay, that's correct.
Noko is never late. He arrives precisely when he means to.
Look, Thamor,
What
mountains
song-
know. What do you mean? They're not there. Look again. Just
What
like that,
song
there were no
is
mountains.
this that it's playing?
The session is already so scuffed. I've been streaming for like the last 5 minutes, by the way.
I know. I saw that go live. Like, what a time for you to begin.
It's just like I'm like editing the title while the stream is going. I'm like, this is great.
We'll edit it in post.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes of D&D, it's just as much of a clusterfuck as the actual game.
If not more so.
Hey, Salty, quick question.
Okay.
How high up with these platforms again?
You're asking to remember things from last session.
10 feet.
Devious.
5
Yeah.
feet,
It's
10
10.
feet.
They were
And the
10.
ceiling is 30.
Yep.
I'm sorry, that's just the music that Chipbot is going to play today. You just might as well just go with it.
Well,
I,
if you want to
yeah.
add Jockey real quick.
No, I don't think that's going to solve it. It's not pulling whatever the relationship between Tipbot was and Spotify or that link. It's decided it's another song, even though it's saying it's a certain song.
Is it only that song? Try another song.
It's only that song. So far, it's only been that song. So I'll just play a different one.
Is this the AI rebellion in action?
Dude.
That could be.
It is the most passive-aggressive AI rebellion I've seen.
I just watched the anime, the Terminator anime last night.
There's a Terminator
The
anime?
new one on Netflix?
Yeah.
Is it good?
It wasn't bad. It was a fun watch.
We are not sponsored, Twitch, by this anime. But
We would not be a lucrative choice.
nope. You have chosen poorly.
Oh, which reminds me. Since Shrek has such bad audio right now.
Do you realize
Anthrax.
trans that the picture you have for Freya is not right for some reason.
Give me another one.
Yep.
So I have to stream. Probably just... forget things will look a lot different from the other perspective. Because my screen is full of crap right now.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
Alright. Are we done with technical difficulties, or are we still waiting on...
We can
Something.
go. We'll use this song instead.
Alright. Now that we've only been streaming for I don't know how long, and people who have maybe tuned in have left and given up hope on D&D entirely. Who wants to give a very brief recap of
No one is watching
Yes.
this.
combat? I like to pretend. We're here to pretend. Let me
Sorry.
pretend.
I'm sorry.
My roleplay in this
There's a
we
bunch
have
of people
viewers.
watching right now. We better be good about it.
You
Trans,
roleplay
you've
that
been
you're,
getting at
you're
least
a
one
Tabaxi assassin.
consistent.
I roleplay that we've got viewers, you know? Fantasy world, right? Oh. Anyway. Who wants to give a brief recap? There shouldn't be much, but...
Please don't go away.
Color theory.
Uh,
The combat encounter.
Oh, Jesus.
Let the
Person that
man
doesn't
who
remember
fell
it.
asleep halfway through the session last time give the
Yeah.
give the session summary.
Yeah, I should not be given the rest of that.
All right. We woke on the morning in the blue scale camp. Virathus, that guy, doesn't like us. Told us to follow him into the desert. He led us for an hour or two out until the camp was out of sight. Stuck his staff in the sand and opened up a stairway to a hidden temple. We go down in. We find a giant dragonborn statue in the center, a whole bunch of kind of small pedestal dais things that you could step on that have the words written on them in Draconic, the color of desire. There is a big door at the far end that has some writing on it. I'm blanking on what it said now.
It said, offer up thine desire to enter. Written in several
That's
different
it.
languages.
Yep, and it had a indent into it, the shape of a gem of some sort. You look up, there's a gem in the eye of the statue. Seabreeze goes and tries to pull it out, and the statue comes to life and starts whacking on us. We solve a puzzle of colors to destroy it, and it has now collapsed, and everything else in the room has gone silent as a thin film of dust falls upon us.
Yep. And any other questions before we begin?
Can everybody hear everybody? I think there's a lot of audio things going on right today, so
So far, so good for me.
I think everyone's at least at an audible level, which is a plus.
yeah. I think Treg is the only one that I would say, Treg, if you can turn your mic up a little bit more, I lied. I am boosting your audio, but it's not like your volume isn't necessarily low, it's just really muffly.
Muffly, huh?
Yeah. It's muddy. So, like, if you have a big wind guard on, I know that sucks to take it off and then get a lot of pops, but it might be better for the...
What about now? I've upped it to about 110%.
Sure, that's better. Let's go with
The
that.
other option is I can try using my phone,
No.
plugging into my
No.
phone.
Nope. Stick with what you got.
Okay, got it.
Alright.
Thank you.
Well, we'll troubleshoot that, I guess, as it comes, but otherwise, yes. The statue crumbles to dust after that final blow, leaving that glowing, the glowing gem that had served as his eye and was revealed to have a kind of necrotic magic about it, controlling the statue, laying inert in the center of the pile. The other golems that had been beating on you guys from the center of the room have also stopped moving entirely. All light from their eyes have gone out, and they seem once again to resemble the statues that they once were. The skeletons and other creatures that were shambling towards the daises up top have also likewise stopped moving. They're slightly, almost part machine-esque, like stone-esque design, I should say, have once again resumed that they look more again like statues, though with still parts of bone and other once organic matter. Thamor, the brief bit of combat has ended. There's a short reprieve before the unicorn that you only can see and has shared this brief but wonderful time on this plane with you. With you upon its back at this point, it just turns, gives you a soft nuzzle, whinnies softly into your ear, and fades from existence.
Oh, I almost had mount.
As you also just fall unceremoniously to the floor after it disappearing while you were riding it.
That was the sound of true pain. I heard it.
But as the dust
So-
settles and everything stops moving, the light sources that were on the walls flicker, first dimly and then brightly back to life, re-illuminating the room as it once was.
Odor will step forward into the ruins of the statue and start digging to find where its head landed to pull the gem out of its head.
Yep, you find it. It's starting to fade away, almost turning to a fine dust. Its features still visible as you kind of claw towards as the rest of its body is crumbling and likewise dissolving around it. The gem that served as its eye that was once flickering with a unlife of sorts is dull, and it looks more like a flawed piece of glass, basically. Not even diamond-like.
Sure. So the stone is actually disintegrating.
No, the stone is
disintegrating.
the stone of the statue is, yes, not the gem.
Right. No, yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry, the statue is disintegrating. Is there any way? Again, he picks up the gem. Is there any way I can make a quick check to see if I understand what kind of stone this is? Does it seem unnatural? I've got Mason's tool proficiency, so Odril does have some history of working in stone.
You can roll me a Arcana or...
Would you like assistance with that?
I'd say Arcana is probably your best bet.
Would you like assistance with that?
This the stone I would like to understand.
Oh man, I can barely understand what he's saying already.
Is it
It's just
really
more
that bad?
accurate.
Here, one
Just-
second. Is that better?
oh, maybe? I don't know.
I took the little pop guard off.
Maybe.
Yes, please. This stone is strange.
PM, can I assist with the roll?
You can assist. It will give advantage to the roll that Odril is making, since he's the one doing most of the tinkering on it.
Sounds good.
Okay. That is a 15 total.
15 total on advantage.
Yes. 14 plus 1.
It's a curious looking thing. Where it once had that shine and luster, it's kind of devoid of that. It looks like it may have once been a diamond, but all facets of beauty have been marred and cracked on the inside, and you can see cloudy imperfections filling that once, where it once would have been clear and refracting the light to form a gem, have now cracked and formed those cloudy, broken fat. My words are failing me tonight. Broken points of imperfections.
Okay.
Fortunately, you do not know much more about it.
Is everyone else all right?
Sorry, Seabreeze. I should have paid more attention to what may have happened before I sent you off to collect that thing.
That's quite all right. We hopefully have come out ahead. I don't know what Odoril has recovered. Seems to be some sort of gem.
Do you mind if I take a look at it? I know my way around a gemstone.
Oh, it's pretty gem! And then immediately Pestil's keels over and is stunned because haste ends.
Oh dear.
Okay, well.
Are you all right?
His spell and
Hmm.
why is world not world spinning?
Just
Not
take it
slow
easy for a
anymore.
moment. It will wear off.
So, that gemstone. Is Odril gonna let Hildy look at it?
Uh-oh.
Oh. Oh no.
Says he's talking, but there's nothing there.
I'm gonna assume yes.
I would hope so.
He screams my precious and runs off into the night.
Oh no.
Shit. Well,
I would assume yes, but I don't want to.
Okay, well, can I do something like just in the background? Like, I just want I've got my protector cannon down. I just want my cannon to just make the rounds and get next to everybody in the room to give them temporary hit points.
How's that?
Ouch, that is so
Ow.
loud.
Very sharp.
Oh, I think I figured out the problem.
It sounds like you
Was
are
it,
eating the microphone.
Was it picking?
Oh
it was
my
picking
god.
up my laptop's
He's
microphone
speaking in
and
tongues.
headphones. Oh, it's
Tre-
picking up both now, isn't it?
It is so bad. It is so bad, dude.
Holy.
Turn down your gain a bit.
This is like the voice I would use of a god you were fighting at the end of the campaign or something.
So anyway, everyone gets 11 rather temporary hit points.
Is
Mike.
that better?
Yes,
There
much.
we go.
Significantly.
All right. Does it sound less muffled, Trans?
it does. Let me re-level you.
I'm sorry. It was picking up my laptop's microphone up by the little webcam thing, not
Well, it
the
sounds
headset that I
much
was
better
wearing.
now.
Yeah,
Cool.
well, that's
Yeah.
good.
Do you give the gem to? God damn it.
Give me 1 second. I'm just putting the mic pop back on.
Also, Nox is here. Hi, Nox.
Hi, Nox.
We are experiencing many technical difficulties tonight.
Alrighty. All better, right? Everything sounds better. You can hear me.
Yes, you don't
Ah,
sound like you're
yes.
underwater or speaking in tongues from the beyond the veil, so yes.
Gotcha. So, anyway, Hildy comes over and asks to see the gem, yes?
Yes.
He just looks down at her. Do you plan to condescend me again?
I guess that depends on you.
You do understand in battle, we must work as one body. If a finger pricks a thorn, it communicates that quickly to the rest of the body.
Didn't think I'd be playing mediator at this point, but Seabree steps up as well. She's
Well-
quite the expert, though. Odril, maybe I vouch for her. She's. Please.
I am not speaking of her expertise with gemstones.
I know. But now is not the time to pick nits. Thank you.
He reaches up and hands it to Seabreeze, not to Hildy.
Wow.
Okay, well.
We're really doing this, huh?
I will share it with Hildy.
Thank you, Seabreeze.
I.
Go ahead and
Go ahead.
roll me that Arcana.
All right.
Can I roll? I'll just want to roll my +8. So
You can roll it too, Seabreeze. You can roll your own if you're going to observe it as well.
Emotions up here, like, what the fuck happened while it was going?
Okay, that's still a dirty 20.
24.
So, Seabreeze and Hildy, you both recognize at least this has the same look as the spell cores you've seen,
Hmm.
but it's different. Its expenditure resulted in a different outcome than the spell cores you've seen previously.
Mhm.
And Hildy, just because you have the knowledge of these, like drawing on your prior experience and all that, this one's more akin to the core in your tool,
I was going to ask that. Okay.
but still different, you notice, as yours doesn't obviously take on this discolored, faded appearance after use, but the spell it was holding wasn't anything light either. But unlike the gigantic spell core you experienced on the battle with Umberly, it didn't disintegrate, and it's, a fraction of the size of that thing.
If we can't feasibly do this right now, then I understand. But is there any way that Hildy would be able to like compare this gem that she was just handed and her own spell core, just to see if she can tell any differences between the two, like specifically that enables this core to act the way that it does?
On quick glance, that would be very difficult,
I figured. Okay, that's fine.
considering it would require legitimate study with, like, a jeweler's kit and even a lab of some kind to see what intricacies the matrices allow this magic to occur, like in the creation of yours.
Okay, I've got a lore question. How long have spell cores been a thing?
They have been around since the Great Kaboom.
Oh, that long ago. Okay.
But their production was still pretty limited then. Even then, it was still pretty limited, like mostly known to Jerag and most of the testing grounds there, but it slowly gained a little bit of knowledge outside. They've gained more permanence again once you got into the White Order, who's been doing kind of that trade with Jerag, as well as now the news of them is starting to spread now that the borders have opened up to Galaran after the Faust incident. So,
Okay, this might be an out there question, but would I be able to tell where this core came from?
I mean, you would have no idea.
Okay, that's fair.
It has no markings, no designation, no anything that would point to a origination point.
Okay. I'm gonna come and hand it to Pestles, actually. I want to see if he can see anything in this that I'm missing. Hey, Pestles. Oh, are you okay there, buddy?
Hey, yes. Oh, shiny gem.
Yes, shiny gem. Can you look at it?
And is Pestil's able to realize it's something? With a glance, it's magical.
I mean, you can roll me an Arcana.
All right, I should do so, I suppose.
So I think you are exhausted, correct, after haste?
Just for the stun, yeah.
He's lethargic. It only lasts so long, I think.
Okay, well, I'm just making sure it's not actually the condition, because the condition does impart a disadvantage on check.
It's not the condition.
No,
It does not
that's
give
not
a
the
level of
condition.
exhaustion.
When
Okay,
the spell
double-checking.
ends, the target can't move or take actions until after its next turn.
Okay, just double checking, so I haven't read it in a hot minute.
Yep.
It is lethargy. Okay, just double checking because it does say exhaustion that has
Yep.
a actual penalty to it. Okay, nope. Then roll Arcana.
18.
You get the same. You get the same kind of revelation as Seabreeze initially as well. That this looks like a spell core, like the design and stuff that you've seen from Hildy's. What Hildy's shown you and such, but you don't really notice anything different about it necessarily.
Okay.
It was worth a try.
It is. Pistols recognize is magic. Maybe was thing powering a big statue, but not much else. Sorry.
It's fine. Wasn't able to get much either. Just seems odd to find one of these here.
What makes it strange to find something like this here?
I mean, spell cores aren't necessarily unheard of, but they're all mostly you're typically going to find them in Jerry Rag. Having one out here in the middle of the desert is just not really what I expected.
You don't expect someone to use a powerful tool to excavate a temple?
Pistols think what Hildy tries to say is power core more of Jerry Rag make, so weird finding power core out in middle of Dragonborn place desert.
I mean, obviously, this core could have originated from elsewhere, but this place is ancient, right?
I mean, how recent does this, Salty, how recent does this core look like?
Tailing on to that, can I look at one of the golems?
So, okay, a couple things. To answer Odril's first thing, again, the door is a large, like wooden, like solid wood door with gold inlays that sprawl across it, and on inspection, those gold inlays form different tongues of speech, all denoting that same phrase, with the insert in the center that seems to match the shape of the gem. As far as trying to figure out age, I mean, that would be next to impossible. I don't know how you would figure out the age of a stone in an old temple like that with no tools, kit, or way to do so. Unless you plan to divine it in some fashion.
Not in particular, no.
Your stone mine.
I'm never going to be able to outrun that, will I?
Nope.
Nope.
Just like he will never outrun Thunderhands.
Yeah. Like I said, the only person here that really has any slight knowledge of its potential oddity is Hildy, considering that her core is similar to the design, and this one looks even odder than hers, which would point to it's not made from Jerarag ones, at least.
Right.
And Pastels, what did you want to do with the golems?
I wanted to look at it and trying to discern how it moved and maybe even how old it is from residual mag.
You can roll me an Arcana, and you will spend. I mean, it'll take you several minutes, if not more, to inspect these things.
Then again, he hasn't really seen or interacted with golems all that much, so it might be a fruitless endeavor. No, I won't do that then.
Okay, like I said, you can do it. Just need the roll, but it will take you time to do so.
Are
In the
there
meantime,
any
as well,
places in the
Freya.
room that are littered with detritus or other stuff I can search for loot?
I mean, there are several broken barricades of what have been trampled and damaged throughout the course of this fight. There's the remnants of the statue, if there's anything still to be found there.
If Pestles
There's also
is
the
going to take 10
passageways.
minutes to look at a stone, I'm going to rifle through everything in this room to see if I can find some money.
There are also the passages that the other things had walked through.
Up on the top?
Yep.
Well, first...
And then, I'll say, Freya and Thamor, what are you guys up to?
Sorry.
I'll get back to you in a sec. Sorry, I just want to make sure.
No problem.
Freya is pretty much hunkered down on the floor, terrified out of her mind. The battle kind of put a huge toll on her. She's just contemplating her choices now. But yeah, she's pretty much holding herself, staring at the towering golems, and looking at everyone else, just not saying anything. She's kind of petrified at the moment.
Thamor? Thamor? Thamor?
Yes.
Did we lose
Does
Noko
audio
again?
die again?
No.
Or did Baja get him?
Noko.
Hello.
All right then. Guess we just ping him again and
With
As
with
is.
the unicorn, he also faded away.
He's just staring off into space, 1,000-meter stare,
My life
contemplating
has
his
no
life
meaning
choices.
now.
How many times is he gonna have to spend on the chaos chart to get that unicorn to come back? Will it be the same unicorn? Alright, well, Thamor apparently is suffering PTSD and loss of the unicorn that he knew only for a minute. Alright, Seabreeze, you wanted to go try to loot. And Pestles, are you going to investigate the golem, or are you moving on to other
Why
things?
not? Sure.
Okay.
And in the meantime, I would like to investigate the remnants of the statue.
Okay. Hildy, roll me investigate. Pestles and Arcana, and Seabreeze, roll me a investigation as well if you're looting.
I use this dice.
All the
Okay.
dice.
Investigation. That is a 21.
Ooh, a lot of high rolls.
I just have
Do
a
I
big
use
modifier.
Spark Genius? So Hildy got a 21. I got a. Could I Spark of Genius Hildy using any information I garner from these golems that are able to
I would
articulate?
say not really, since you're currently in the process of doing this while she's investigating.
Shit, that's right. Okay.
So, I'm gonna say you're focused on your own task, since yours is taking. I'd say yours takes at least 10 minutes to investigate these golems, climbing up them and trying to figure out how they work.
Okay.
So let's see. Based on the other rolls, Hildy, you find some odds and ends within the decaying stone, some traces of gold, some traces of other no, mostly just gold actually. Like gold, what looks to be like wire. Thin gold strands left behind as the stone erodes. Yep. All in all, a chunk of gold that you kind of bundle up and could sell for about 50 gold worth of wire, basically. I'd say wire, but it's like filigree and other. It's just thin strips of gold, basically. Seabreeze, as you kind of explore the ends of the room, in the main room, there's not really anything to be found, but kind of peering into the chambers where these the skeletons and the other creatures walked from, you kind of go down these little hallways where it's cold and dark, and you spy other bones kind of sitting in the corners and along the walls. And at the end of a hall, you find a just stack of discarded packs weathered with age and fading away. Some bearing the symbol of the White Order.
Yes.
Kind of rummaging through them, however, you find what you presume to be what was once their coin purses, and, well, since they no longer need it in their current state of affairs, you walk away with 200 gold.
Excellent. I tell no one.
Yep.
And
But
come
all
back
other,
extra
like-
jingly.
Yeah, but all their other personal devices that are stacked in this corner seem to have weathered away. So all
very old.
swords,
Yeah.
garments, they've all
Oh.
faded away. Only the gold seems to be in perfect, pristine condition.
Well, wait a minute. So that equipment then looks like it has weathered away from age, like it's rusted, or it's literally disintegrating
It's literally disintegrating,
Ooh, that's not good.
like turning to dust,
Oh,
sand and dust.
so I will let Thamor know. Thamor, are you there?
You
Wake up,
let
man.
Thamor know that all the... What is up in my audio? 1 second.
I don't know.
What is going on tonight?
It's a
Yeah,
bad one
fix it.
tonight.
Yep. Maybe.
Has there been a solar flare or something?
Thamor, are you okay?
Yes, in fact, perfect health.
Good. I noticed that you were floating. It looked like you were riding an invisible horse there during the battle. Is that right? How does that work?
It was a unicorn.
A unicorn?
Yes.
Where is it now?
Back to its plane.
Oh, darn. Well, I found some old packs back there in the hallway.
Oh no!
Anyways.
I'm sorry. And it looks like the equipment is disintegrating magically. So we may want to complete this journey as quickly as we can.
Oh.
So
That would be very good. I just repaired the halberd.
yes. Did you just jump off the ledge?
Yes.
Okay, I follow.
Full tippy, just fucking walked right off.
Sucks
Are they
about
more
that
roll me
unicorn.
in
Anyway,
acrobatics if you're just leaping off, or are
Please.
you...
Yes, please.
Thank you. Thank you. I was hoping for that. Nat one. Aw.
I, however, did get a nat one.
Oh my gosh.
Just tumbles.
Namor, roll me a d6 of damage, and Seabreeze, roll me 2d6 of damage.
Oh
You
my
guys
God.
just landed right on a bunch of debris you didn't see, and you both come clattering down.
9? Oh, man.
1 point damage.
There goes my temporary hit points.
I fucking stun my door with a brick as I come down.
Oh,
Seabreeze, you have not accounted for the extra weight of the gold you just picked up, and as you jump, trying to show Thamor up, you do a bit of a flip and a flourish, but the gold throws you off balance just enough. And you land, twisting your ankle and roll crashing to the ground. As Thamor, of course, somehow still manages to roll a 1 in the best possible scenario, and only just kind of bruises his shin.
I meant to do that.
I thought cats were supposed to land on their feet.
I meant to do that.
Mhm.
Anyway, Thamor had a unicorn.
Hildy's checking to make sure that her drugs haven't gone missing.
Mhm.
They are still there for the time being.
What? Oh.
Anyone else doing anything while Pestles is investigating the golems?
I still want to ask Hilde why do you think it's strange?
Did we have
see a
this
spell
conversation
core.
already?
No, we did. I don't think you answered my question.
I just think that you didn't like my answer. There's a difference.
Yeah, you know what? I don't like your answer.
Well, that's your prerogative. but it's not mine to have to re-explain myself to you.
You think no one from Jerry Rag would ever want to come down here?
I'm sure that plenty of people from Jerry Rag come down here, but this clearly didn't come from Jerry Rag.
What's up with the statue? The statue looks like a humanoid, right?
Not anymore.
Looks like a pile of dust.
It used to look like a human.
It used to look like a dragonborn.
Okay, used to look like a dragonborn.
Where were you last session?
Apparently, I got modified memory on me somehow.
You cast the dream spell and you fucking erase your own memory.
He's forgotten what reality he's in. He's put too many dreams in too many different people's heads. This is the one where I made a humanoid statue, right?
He's so far gone that Great Restoration has no effect.
Clearly, feeble mind.
Anyway, it
Or
looks
the
like a
problem is
dragonborn.
the problem is there's nothing to restore.
Oof.
There was no problem to begin with. Oh no.
Man, really roleplaying that -1 wisdom score.
Hey, Salty, is this telescope still up?
Yes.
I want to check out this telescope. How does it look? Like, does it appear magically inert?
It seems, I mean, from all visual inspection, magically inert. In fact, it too seems to be slowly fading, like rusting away.
Ah, okay.
Sorry, not rusting away, like disintegrating away, breaking away.
Have I ever... Like, Hildy is obviously no stranger to magical objects. Like, is this something that she has ever heard of before? A telescope that acts this way?
You've heard of magical telescopes. I mean, Andros himself has one, but you've never really heard of one that just highlights a color of something, I suppose. Though it wouldn't necessarily be out of the ordinary. It seems like that could be done with illusion magic of some kind, but as far as what purpose this served...
The dog agrees.
You know, when the god of the game and the dog of the game both agree, you've got things correct forward and backwards, no matter which way you spell it.
Well, we have this new stone, and we should keep making progress in the underground here, right? Maybe we should go to the door and figure out how to move forward, or...
Yeah.
Yes, but
Does us no good to stay here.
Indeed. Take this stone. Put it in the door.
Okay.
do I finish up my investigation?
Yep, we'll say that as all this is going on, you kind of finish your investigation. Roll a 22. The golems, I mean, seem to be linked to whatever that stone was initially. And kind of surveying all over this, you can't really find anything initially. Like, they just seem to be literal hulks of stone until, by chance, you kind of start peering around the legs, and one of the golems still has a foot partially raised as though it were walking towards something. And you notice on the bottom of its feet, gold inlays seem to mark the bottom of its feet. And they seem to mark out a odd sort of pattern. something resembling perhaps a spell circle of sorts. But with the magic of the stone gone, it seems as though they have once again resumed being nothing more than inert piles of rocks.
Does it look like there's a way to damage or scuff them?
The circle, I imagine?
Yes.
I mean, you can certainly try. It's gold inlaid into stone, so...
Well, how about... Okay, I'd like to try extracting the entire thing without damaging it too much. With,
That would be a process that would take you much, much longer.
Well,
Only a
I'm just
little
gonna
part of
take my hatchet and whack it, then. It's like a...
You succeed only in damaging and scarring some of the gold, but there is not a lot of room since, like I said, it's just a foot that's slightly lifted up to where it's trying to walk, so you don't get a lot of angle to hit it to begin with, and again, it's stone inlaid into stone. Isn't exactly budging.
Oh well.
At least
He
not with that
notices
attempt.
everyone is starting to move away. And, yeah, just dusts himself off, trying to wonder what he was going to accomplish in the first place, and then... did Freya cast that Mask Cure Wounds, or did she decide to
We healed up.
hold off from the healing wounds?
I believe she did at the very end of last session. She healed
Yeah.
everyone once the colors basically vanished.
Yeah, we
Okay.
healed.
So we got 28. Just making sure. Otherwise, it'd be running around at 13. Plus the
That's
10.
not a bad thing. Just means a closer opportunity for yet another character.
Yay!
Okay. So you all approach the door.
Indeed.
You can assume what happens next, but it's always nice when someone says it, so I don't.
No, we just stare at the door the entire time.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Hildy has the crystal. I am so sorry. Okay. For some reason, I thought Aldrich still had it. But yeah, Hildy will just take out the gem and like very gingerly nest it in the inlay.
Okay. As you put it in the inlay, you see a bit of a spark as some of the color returns to it, and the inlay on the door seems to light up, the gold glowing with a faint hum of magic, as the door slides into the recesses on the floor, opening the path for you.
So who should go first? Probably someone that has more health than.
Ojo casts light on his warhammer again and begins walking in.
Thabor, what about your friend that come in necklace?
Once at one goes forward.
Ceiling cat.
Not a bad idea. But it seems like everyone else is already going.
Oh, all right. Maybe if we find place, think big trap.
You head up a short flight of stairs, and at the top is a short little landing with a trickling waterfall that, still after all this time, seems to have a slow flow of water that is crystal clear amidst the swirling silence and dust that still accompany the chamber. To your sides, two pathways branch left and right, if it will let me things. as well as a pathway up ahead that leads to another door that from beyond it, you can see light brightly peering through its cracks, as well as the sound of rushing sands and more water, perhaps. Otherwise, apart from the gushing waters near you, the slight billowing of wind and light ahead of you, it's eerily quiet as your steps echo throughout the halls around.
Would my detect magic have worn off at this point? I had it up before combat
Yes, I would
started.
say after
Okay.
the full combat and then all the investigation in the room, I'd say it's probably worn off at this point.
Okay, that's fine.
As well as, did you roll for it when you got hit multiple times? It is con.
I did.
Okay, just double checking.
Yep.
So, for once again, the different pathways. There's one to the left, one to the right, and one straight ahead. I think you said the one straight ahead has more noise, like rushing sands and.
Yes, the one up ahead. The one up ahead. Yeah, there's cracks in the door up ahead. There's a kind of a old, beat up looking wooden door that seems to barely be hanging in place, and through the cracks in the door, underneath it, between the door seams, there is a bright light kind of coming through it, as well as the sound of billowing sand, like wind and sand, and the sound of lapping water. That seems to almost match the fountain that's trickling very softly next to you. Down the other corridors, kind of listening down, you hear mostly just the echo of your own footsteps reverberating off the walls.
Is there anything especially noteworthy about the other two corridors?
I mean, apart from what I've just said, where they sound pretty empty.
Yeah.
With some branching paths that, from where you guys currently are, cannot see much more of. I'm trying to highlight them a little bit so you can kind of see they exist.
Yeah. But they're just empty hallways, otherwise. As far as
To
we
what you can see, yes. And
Okay.
again, similarly to the other room, there are amber crystals that are mounted within the walls that seem to light up as you get closer.
May I go down the left-hand passageway and check for traps as I go?
You can roll me an investigation.
Wow. 27.
Okay.
It's 19 plus 8, sorry.
Yep.
I don't know why I'm
As you step
apologizing.
along, kind of gingerly making your way, looking from
On
the ceiling of all
yes.
places. Interesting choice of observation, I suppose, but
It's easier to see things from up here.
sure. As you're looking from the ceiling, you see some odd paneling on the floor, odd tiling on the floor, I should say, that may indicate what you might believe to be pressure plates, but you're not entirely sure from where you are.
Shall I mark
On
them?
these,
Gotcha. Okay.
those panels there, and if you go a bit further, you kind of see the same-ish marking.
Be cautious. There are things that we don't want to step on, I believe, here, and she points. And over here. I'm assuming there's nothing on the ceiling.
Aha! No, I'm just kidding. There's no... All over my strap, I finally... No, there's something on the ceiling.
Okay. Well, anyway.
So the
Seabreeze
ceiling is
marks
fairly
those
low.
out.
The corridor is not, a 30-foot ceiling like it was in the main hall. This is kind of a standard size corridor and room, so you're looking at like a 10-foot ceiling height, basically.
So I'm actually eye to eye with everyone, just upside down.
Yes.
Good.
Odro will hear that Seabreeze has noted these tiles. He'd like to just make a mental, a mental picture of the markings that are on the tile, and then take that and go check the other side, similar distance in, looking for similar markings on tiles.
Okay, you can roll me an investigation on that end. In Seabreeze, you come around that corner, and there is another wooden door that stands at this point. Nothing is written on this door. It just seems to be a just wooden door. Sorry.
Would I have advantage on that roll due to having seen the markings on the tiles on the other hallway?
Sure.
18. Total of 18.
From your vantage point, you do see similarly marked tiles, which you presume to potentially be some form of pressure plate, matching the same design as the other side.
Yep.
Has anything happened to Freya touching the water?
Freya, as you touch the water, it's very cool and refreshing and oddly calming. Apart from that, nothing else seems to happen at this point. For those of you in the main room still with the fountain, go ahead and roll me perception.
Okay.
I like how Hildy just bounced backwards real quick there.
I saw
No,
like half the group just
like, oh shit,
let me roll.
things are happening. Ooh.
Oh, remove the guidance.
Would I be close enough to roll perception from here, or?
You
would I
can.
be
You'll just have a higher
visible?
DC.
Okay.
Is it the fountain I'm rolling on?
You're rolling perception.
Oh. Yep.
Thaymore just staring at the fountain.
Thaymore
That's
just
it.
dunks his head in the fountain. All he hears is what he's looking for fish in the fountain.
He finds a piranha.
Yeah, Freya, you're the only one who hears this. Freya, coming up from ahead beyond the door, you hear what sounds like humming or whistling? It's really hard to tell. It's not very good.
I kind of fixated on the sound. She just starts moving around the fountain, not really saying anything, and investigates going forward.
There are gaps in the door. As you kind of investigate and peer through, you see what looks like a large room with an oasis in the center of it. And there's something, you barely can make it out. It seems like a small humanoid figure walking around the oasis, and looks like they're trying to brush the sand. And humming and whistling as they do it.
With a very curious brow and finding her willpower, she pushes the door a little wider and starts walking through it to approach the figure.
The rest of you see Freya walk off. Where are you guys going?
Do we see Freya? Do we see Freya walk off?
I definitely don't.
Thaymore is just looking the other way. He's admiring his reflection.
Thaymore is trying to fucking. He's trying to give it a foot of the fountain and actually take a look at it with his special eye. So he's fucking focused on this.
He's admiring himself in the waters, flexing a little bit as he goes.
Well, I have a 6 for whatever the hell is that does, but I'm also, there's only really 2 ways for me to look right now. Do I get to see her walk off?
Yeah, I mean, it's not hard to notice her walk off. I'll say everyone in the room with passive perception can see her walk away, other than Thaymore with the nat 1, who's too busy admiring himself.
Freya, Freya, don't split up. And Pestles follows after her.
Yeah.
Where the fuck is everybody? Oh my god.
So Freya, you enter a large chamber that is filled with what seems to be natural sunlight. It's warm, it's bright, and a large oasis trickles gently in the center with a large stone tablet poking out of the center of it. And whistling as it goes about its odd duties is a strange little kobold wearing raggedy robes with a broom of some form as he walks around the oasis brushing away at the sand. It doesn't seem to notice you.
She'll stop and stare at it because she's never, well, kind of like thinks for a second and then kind of looks behind as she hears Pestles, but then being her curious self, she greets the creature. Hello. Uh, what are you doing there?
Seabreeze, go ahead and roll me investigation. As far as Freya, the creature looks up, the kobold, looks up with a bit of a startled look in its eyes and looks you over, kind of clinging the broom to its chest. Oh, hi. Wasn't expecting visitors yet. Just tidying up. Hold on. And with a renewed vigor, it seems to go back at twice the speed, trying to brush the sand around the little oasis pit. Yes, very dirty. Sand everywhere.
Well, it seems that way. I don't think sweeping the sand everywhere is gonna help since the room is covered in sand.
It looks about, kind of, for the first time, realizing realizing the reality of what you're saying. Oh, huh. Guess you're right. Makes it a little bit of a problem. Well, no matter. I clean.
Have you been in this room this whole time?
No. Other parts. I clean. I keep. That's my name. Keeper. Yes, I keep.
Well, hello, Keeper. I'm Freya. Is there others like you?
Others? He looks around. Roll me a insight.
Okay.
In Seabreeze, there's a small trap on the latch of the door, though seems to be a pretty obvious one.
Ooh, okay. I'll disarm it.
You can roll me the sleight of hand with your kit. So, as you ask this, Freya, Keeper looks around with kind of a nervous look for a second before he shakes himself off. No! No one else that concerns you anyway.
So there are others here.
Nope. Just Keeper. Keeper. Yes.
She just raises a brow. Okay. Well, the reason why I ask is there will be more people coming in, and I just don't want them to be hurt if we went into this room.
More guests? I should have prepared. I didn't know. If I had known, I would have made things. I would have made food, maybe tea. Keeper didn't know. Keeper's never told of these things.
Well, from what I understanding, it isn't this. I thought this was ruins, uninhabited, and.
Well, that's just very rude. Keeper does the best he can.
No, you don't understand. There was these they're tall creatures with scales, something like yours, but they were dragon-like.
Oh yeah, the Masters.
Did they not tell you that we were coming?
No one really comes down here. Last time we had guests was... And you see him kind of drop the broom and start trying to count on his fingers and toes multiple times. I don't know. I lost count. Where are the rest of your friends? The guests? They here for the same thing?
I believe so. I mean, there was this prophecy and...
Hey, that one looks like me! He kind of pokes his head around you and sees Pestles.
well, yeah, there's one.
Pestle, seeing another kobold, blinks and speaks in Draconic. Ah, who are you and how long have you been down here?
He replies in Draconic as well. I'm Keeper. That is what the name they gave me. I've been down here. Once again, starts trying to count on fingers and toes repeatedly. It doesn't matter. I don't remember. I can't count that high.
What was the last time that other peoples came through this way?
Once again, starts counting on fingers and toes. I don't know. Been a while.
Other question. Has the door, the big one, that the big statue of the masters, has anyone else come through? Maybe tall ones?
Tall ones came. Long time ago, though. Last one was... I don't know. A while ago. Weird looking guy. Big horns, I think.
Did they have any fans?
Had some friends. Left some friends, too.
Left some.
Yep. Seabreeze that successfully disarms the trap. Seems like a very rudimentary, cheap trap. Small dart loaded within the keyhole, basically.
Pestles, maybe you should tell the others that Keeper is here, and there might be others around.
No others. Just Keeper.
She just looks at Pestles since he's closer to the door.
Concurrent time? What's everyone else doing?
Yep, as I say, you see two characters walk off and you hear a conversation echoing down the hall as they are talking with this new kobold.
I mean, who hears it? I mean, do Seabreeze and Odrol hear it since they're off
You all
exploring,
hear it.
or
He is very
we all
loud,
hear it?
and it's echoing down the
Oh,
halls.
Yeah,
okay,
it's
okay.
Pestles.
Well, Pestles and Keeper. Keeper himself is also quite loud. Seabreeze, as far as traps, this entire area looks like it's rigged to fall.
Sneaky.
Basically, it looks like the tarp is hanging over a oddly obvious pit.
Sneaky. I searched the room.
You can roll me an investigate here in a second. What's everyone else doing?
I guess that Hildy is going to hear all of the commotion and just be like, yeah, What the fuck is going on? Why did we split up? Oh my god! And then she's just going to roll her eyes and then go taking off, to see what all the noise is about.
I will get to that in a sec, Series, as far as your investigation for that room once you roll it. But yeah, is everyone else just joining the main room, or
Yeah, I'll probably follow off with Hildy, see what's going on over here.
Odril and Shred, or Odil and Apsalos?
Following Odril Hill is, it's the one area that's unexplored. Kind of wonder if she explored it or not. Do you think these are pressure plates? Or do you think we could just fly over it?
The cat walked on the ceiling past it, yes. I expect, as long as you do not step on them, they will not trigger. Do you plan to walk away from the rest of the group as well?
No.
Odoril has never seen Seabreeze as a cat.
Sorry. That was a slip of the tongue.
Last time I tried walking away from the group, it was not a good time.
Odril, are you pressing down, or where are you going?
He's gonna head back across the other way.
Okay.
Stop
Odril,
here.
roll me a perception as well.
Okay. 23.
Do you have the conversation with Apsanthos? You go to turn, start heading down. Out of the corner of your eye, maybe it's just the light's playing tricks on you or something, but you swear you saw Kazdaya around this corner walking away.
He makes note of it, then turns back, walks across to the other hallway where Idrissa is exploring.
Idrissa, are you
Yes.
safe?
Yes. Be careful again. There's a tarp. It's pretty. Not professional, but still probably deadly.
The makers of this place were expecting enemies.
What have our friends encountered? Sounds like conversation.
Some creature, it sounds like. Similar cadence to the kobold. Do you care to join, or do you wish to explore and investigate on your own?
As we've been talking, she's been rifling.
Yeah, and as you're rifling through, although old, like the sheets are worn and tattered and falling apart, it seems like it's meticulously well kept. Pillows in place, sheets are kept. Possessions that once existed in the locker seem to have been worn out or faded away. Remnants of what may have been paper or books, nothing more than scrap and dust.
The same
Old clothes
degradation
and
that I saw on the...
Yep.
Okay.
And then you kind of are rifling through, and you pick up what looks like kind of an old doll. Like a child's toy kind of thing. You kind of pick it up, eye it for a little bit. It's faded, it's worn, it looks like kind of an old, like burlap type stuffed doll. For the briefest moment, as you go to set it down out of the corner of your eye, the eyes of a Death Knight look back at you for a brief second. Doll. Startled, you might look back at it again, but it's just a doll.
Death Knight?
Former commander of sorts of yours.
Oh. Oh.
We saw one in the
Mhm.
The Levia fight. That was the thing we turned to stone.
Yep.
Of my own accord, I'm gonna make a fear check, and that's very bad. So she doesn't really set the doll down so much as it drops from her grasp and she freezes. If Odoril is still like looking, he would probably notice the abrupt lack of movement.
Looks like
I
he's
don't
entered the
think
room.
Yeah, he's still standing out in the hall. He hasn't necessarily stepped over top of the plates. Would there have been a sound of it clattering?
It
From
would
the
have been
ceiling.
so soft that it would have been hard to hear over the conversation holding down the other side of the hallway.
Maybe you hear a gasp.
You might.
Teresa, are you alright?
Her feet, her claw, like, oh shit, that's right, she's not in her cat form. So, no, she doesn't make a sound. Silence.
Odro will carefully step over the plates on the floor to get eyes on her.
Okay. And we will hop quickly back over to Keeper and the gang. Oh! More guests. Hi!
Another kobold. Okay.
How long have you been down here?
Once again, raises his fingers and claws and toes and starts
He
trying to
doesn't
count them
know.
off. What he said.
The last thing that you remember seeing was a tall, horned one who brought friends who he left, or whoever the horned one left behind. And what do you mean by left behind? And Pestles is speaking in common for the benefit of everyone else.
Keeper just shrugs. They couldn't take him with them. So they left him.
Just get mosey past all the.
Just like, ugh,
Are these pedestals or pillars?
They are, again, that same floor pedestal type thing you saw in the other room.
Yeah, not stepping on those.
And like I said, there's those, and in the center of the oasis is a large tablet in the middle of the pond with writing upon it. Should have probably put like a token there for that now I think about it, but hindsight is 50-50 on that.
But as everyone's coming in, she's like, oh, yeah, then his name is Keeper. He says that there might not be others, but I think there are others.
No, just me. Just Keeper and you. How many of you there are?
A lot.
Busy. Had I known, I would have made food and been good housekeeper for you. But they didn't tell Keeper anything.
He's referring to the masters. The dragons that told us to come here.
Keeper, are they big dragons or small ones? The kinds as big as...
Everything's big to me.
buildings? Yes, but are they the kinds that fly?
No. Tall,
So
like
they
friends.
So tall ones.
Yes, big dragon. Keeper hasn't seen in a long time.
What does has anyone gone into the pool of water before to read that? And she points over to the tablet.
Oh yeah, everyone reads it. It's how things work.
Does anything bad happen if you step in the pool?
You get wet.
And what about these? He points at the stone plate right next to him.
I don't know. I clean it. I step on it. Nothing happens.
Did the other visitors step on them?
Some of them did.
Do you remember what happened to them?
They looked silly.
Frey would just look at the rest of the members. Would it be too forward of me to investigate the tablet?
No, you're supposed to. That's what I'm told anyway.
It was directed towards the rest of the group.
Oh. Keeper's bad at social cues.
Was not covered in employee handbook.
It's a kobold thing, I think.
You're getting paid for this?
What's pay?
I have some fascinating information for you.
Trains.
Oh my god. No, 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 no.
Yeah, the kobold loads a shotgun.
Shotguns are cannons, good to know.
No, anyway.
Dragon powder.
Sorry, it's such a mess. Keeper's trying to clean, but so much sand.
Why are you cleaning up all the sand?
Because it's
Where's the
dirty.
Are you just trying to get it out of the oasis?
Keeper is brushing. That's what you do to sand and dirt. You see him pick up the broom and continue just kind of sweeping it around. Not really accomplishing anything, but seems very determined.
Salty, while this is happening,
Freya just jumps right in. Dang.
yeah. While this is happening, can Hildy just like walk around the perimeter of the room?
Sure.
Just checking shit out.
Yep. Each corridor, another door lies at the end of each of these halls. Actually revealed. It revealed. There it goes. Okay.
That's as far down as we can see.
Yep. Because
Okay.
there is a door at the other end.
Gotcha.
Once
Okay.
again, all these doors are kind of a bit beaten up, letting light through. But Freya, as you walk up to the tablet, the oasis is strangely calming as you kind of walk in. It's a warm, gentle lapping of water. Your feet touch the bottom as you walk through, and it's a pretty shallow little bit of water, and you don't know if it has a source or not, or if it's eternally just been here in this state. But the stone tablet is written, and as you look upon it, the words seem to shift just a hair, matching into a dialect you can read. And
It could be Aquan, Elvish, Primordial.
Yes. It seems to match anything you can read. Almost seems like it's shifting through the different languages, and the moment you can decipher, it seems to just sit on that language. Almost like it is
Okay.
trying to be read. Let's see if this works. I tried something because I forgot this feature exists. Let's see if this works to make life easy. This thing.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Shared to
something.
10 players. Oh. Oh, right. There's more players than exist. I forgot about that.
Oh,
So
I
even
can't
the
see
nun.
it.
I see a blank canvas.
All right. That didn't work.
Well,
It worked for me, I see it.
I kind of see it, but it's just I had to highlight
It
it.
is visible
Okay,
to the
so-
stream.
It's probably a
I guess it's if you have it in dark mode or not. Because it's
Oh yeah, that would do it.
I have it in dark mode and I see it fine.
Yeah, because it comes with. I think the text is white by default because mine's in dark mode when I wrote it. So if you're in light mode, it's probably going to come up as white on white.
But no one will mind if you read it.
Yeah, so she so she's reading it, but as she's reading it, she's translating it for everybody. Her voice carrying out throughout the room. And then
Do you
she,
actually want to read it out loud, or do you want me to read it
yeah,
out loud?
she reads. Oh, do you want me to read it? I can read it out loud. I wasn't sure.
You?
Offer up the objects of thine desire, for here in this place exists everything and nothing. The expectations of the most anticipated questions, met only by the irony of their cruel answers. Offer up then thine objects of desire. They form as stones more precious than life, swirling with glittering wishes of the holder. Offer up freely these objects of thine desire. For the more fervent the desire, for the more passionate the desire, for the more blindly you seek this desire, hollow becomes the stone, dull and still the purpose, and only madness answers. Offer them up then, the object of thine obsession, for here in this place exists everything and nothing. And after she reads it, she kind of pauses and looks back at everyone else, seeing what kind of reaction they have.
Do they have to write in poetry? I guess if you have nothing better to do, I guess it wouldn't be a bad idea.
The DM is offended by these actions.
It can't all be your life, mine. Somebody's got to write full sentences.
And of course, Absinthoss is the kind of person that doesn't get poetry.
I would say Freya would respond, have you come across something like this before?
Well, most of the time I hear it tends to be pretty boring. This one's at least intriguing.
Jesus Christ. I can't with this.
Okay.
So, giving up the object of desire. I guess the question is how? Shrugs his arms.
She shrugs her arms as well, but she turns back to the tablet, thinking. Kind of like she thinks to herself and and thinks very hard for a moment before placing her hand on the tablet as she's thinking of her own desire. Seeing if that does anything.
Nothing seems to happen.
Yeah, but then her shoulders just drop and turns back to look at everyone. I don't know.
You got offered shinies.
Oh,
That's what the other people did. They offered shinies.
like
Shiny
money?
rocks.
Fritos.
Keeper just shrugs. They find shinies in here. They bring the shinies, and well, I don't remember what happens next.
So she looks around the room, and I am assuming where Hildy and Amor are standing, there's doors.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess that means we explore the other rooms.
I kept them all clean, yes.
That's good. That's good. Still trying to
He looks
figure
very
out how to
proud of
give
that
up.
fact.
Still trying to figure out how giving money equals desire.
Well, it was just a thought. That's all I have really on me is coin.
I mean, it's pretty good. It's better than I would have guessed.
But should we wait for the other two, or should we just explore? I mean, well, and
Groundskeeper.
Keeper. Just keeper.
Okay.
Get your name right. Not hard.
Anyways.
No, name keeper, not anyways.
That message impresses love and laughter. Is there anything else in this temple that will kill us?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yes, maybe.
So it's a yes.
So, I suppose a different question is, do the paths close off if a certain amount of people went through them, Keeper?
Keeper does not know. Other parties went through. Different ways, different groups. Keeper remembers, though... Or does he think? Keeper doesn't know. But being in big group, scary. Lots of screaming.
How many did not have big screaming then?
He just shrugs. I don't know. Lots of screaming. Echoes all over the place when you hear it. Can't clean it, though.
Has Keeper ever had a bad experience with other visitors coming or masters coming and not being happy with Keeper, maybe being hit? Pistols is very curious.
Oh, they try to hit Keeper. It doesn't end well.
So the master's made kick, so Keeper is
Keeper has one
protected.
job. Keeper keeps the place. It is not in Keeper's job to die.
Nor is it to help, really.
Nope. He acts as though
So
he's
you
reading
only-
an imaginary parchment. Nope, don't see it on Keeper's list of things to do today.
But you still answer questions, so are you
Yes,
perhaps
I can
stepping
answer
out
questions.
of...
I keep the place. I'm not an asshole.
Just as the last thing for me to ask before the camera moves over to a different person. Do you recognize if out of character? Please refresh me. Who were the kid whose body is currently being, who's supposed to be related to Paylor, and who was the one that went with him?
Ren
Here, what?
and
Is
a
Ren
and a tiefling of the White Order.
I am going to come next to...
At least we assume it's Ren.
Yeah. We don't know what Ren looks like, per se. Because Ren was...
You do know kind of what Ren looks like now, at least.
Yep, we know his current form. We don't know what his previous body looked like.
Okay.
But
his previous body never really went out anywhere from what you learned.
Using what's it called? Magical tinkering. I want to make an image of 3 images, one of Andros, one of his sister, and one of Ren, and show it to Keeper. Do you recognize any of these people?
Just stares blankly at them. Kind of. They look a little similar. I don't remember how long ago. Keeper's got a lot of time on his hands. But very busy.
Well, did the same number that went in also come out?
No. No. They left friends behind. I cleaned them.
Okay, that's all I have. Trying to just parse through that.
Try not to make mess. Keeper doesn't want more to do. And if you die, well, Keeper will clean you up.
Tough working conditions.
Keeper doesn't have a union.
Actually, I guess a good question. Why don't you just leave?
Keeper can't. Not in job. Keeper serve masters.
The ones who this temple is dedicated to?
They are some, yes, but not the master. Big one.
Who is the master?
You'll see. The guests always want to see. But not all of them get to see. So sad.
Just like the slums. Good grief.
How dare you compare Keeper's work to slums? You're a rude man.
I'll clean you first.
Hildy's checking out this door over here.
You can roll me an investigation if you're looking for traps or anything.
Yes, she would definitely be doing that.
As you're doing that,
not
Seabreeze
yet,
and
nice.
Odril will hop back to you guys.
Yes.
Okay, so you drop the doll, kind of let out a small...
Yeah, gasp and freeze.
Odril called out, and she didn't respond, so he carefully stepped over the tiles in the floor to get in line of sight on her.
She is stuck to the ceiling, but not moving. Maybe shaking a little.
Odril has a passive insight of 21, so...
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Jeez.
He
Freaking
is
wisdom
very
class.
aware that there is something bothering.
You smell fear on her.
He puts on the therapist glasses and just the chair appears out of nowhere.
It's
I have been trained for this my entire life. Speak.
There is a couch over there. Sit.
Oh no.
He peers up, sees her, visibly shaken.
What is wrong?
He glances around the room, sees what I amount is an empty, kind of crumbling room.
Yep.
She snaps out of it briefly, and her head whips towards you. Don't stand on the tarp.
What has you spooked? Did you see something?
It's this. She does a flip and lands on her feet. Picks up the doll again. This thing I found, I have not. It's probably nothing. She gingerly puts it back on the table, very obviously treating it with respect. And takes care not to, step on the tarp, but walks around towards Odoro. There's doesn't seem to be anything of note in here. You said 21 perception?
21 insight.
Insight. Okay. Well.
Passive perception is 22.
Okay, so for what it's worth,
Jeez.
it's she put the doll down and walked back over to you. You 100% know she is scared of what happened to the doll, or it has something to do with this doll.
Is there a reason you do not tell me?
What do you mean?
Are we to work together, Idrissa?
Yes, we can, but be clear with me. I don't know what you're asking.
You are clearly shaken by something.
Yes? But it will pass.
The way you handled that doll. You refuse to tell me what you see?
I don't know you that well. I don't want you to think I'm crazy.
A troop works best when there is trust between us. If
Fine.
you wish to know, before I came to see how you were, I saw an image of my mistress.
What?
The same who approached you.
Where?
Beyond the hall. The other direction. So I only imagine you have also seen something.
This place plays mind tricks on us. The doll gave me a impression that it was someone very dangerous from my past. Very powerful, very evil. I think these illusions are affecting us.
I understand. The others seem to have found a talkative inhabitant of this place. You said not to touch the tarp, yes?
Yes, it's probably some kind of pit. But I was going to keep exploring out here.
It may be wise to gather the group and understand how we will do this together.
Okay.
Instead of as headless fowl.
Oh, I am very used to being on my own. Thank you, but I will go with you if we are to go back and be as a group, a single group. Yes?
I will join. I just wish to check this room. You said evil. I will inspect. Reach out to my divine sense.
And he'll step forward, and he will use divine sense.
Hildy, there's no traps on that door.
Okay.
It's update to you there. Before we get to the divine sense, Freya, if you're heading back down that hallway, as you kind of get closer back to the bubbling, that little fountain, the bubbling kind of gets a bit louder, of course, you get close to it. And the bubbling seems to take a different tone. And the briefest of whispers seem to cross your mind or cross your ears as you get closer, almost speaking as though the water itself is dribbling the noises. Leave. Outcast. And then the bubbling brook, the bubbling fountain remains.
Looks at the fountain very concerned. And she'll glance down in the water to make sure there's no imagery, knowing that it's not Ellie that just spoke to her.
Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, great.
Ooh.
I should be good at those. Yeah.
As it turns out, you are good at those.
Yeah, turns out you are. You look down in the water, and hypnotic feels inviting for a brief moment as you look and see something on the other end, something kind of glittering. But you kind of realize something unnatural to this pole and shake yourself off, and looking again, the clear water remains. You can see all the way to the bottom easily, and there's just flowing water. Odril, as far as what Divine Sense tells you, you don't see really anything in this room. It's void.
The doll gives off no aura of any sort.
No celestial, no
is-
fiend, no undead, no good, no evil.
He just gives the room a once over very slowly and then turns back. I think you are right. It is some sort of illusion. I sense nothing evil in this room.
As you turn to walk away, Odril, you swear you hear Andros saying, in a voice you haven't heard in a long time, a younger one, meekly saying, "Help me," from beneath the tarp.
I don't hear this.
Nope.
Odril pauses. It's obvious. Glances from over at Idrissa. Illusions. Let us gather the others. Let them know.
Acknowledges with a curt nod. Goes. Yep. Deftly jumps
Heads
over.
back.
Yep.
Yeah, avoiding the traps, avoiding the...
So we'll go back to the 4-5 in the room, or 4 in the room. Hildy, Absinthe, Thamor, Pestles. What are you guys doing up to while that's occurring down there?
Seeing no traps on the door, I'm going to. Does the door appear locked?
Nope.
No? Okay. I'm gonna open the door. I'm not going to step through. I'm just gonna open it and see what I see.
Stairs leading up, another bubbling fountain, and a room beyond. Evidence, of course, be large.
Do I hear anything? No other shrieking kobolds around?
Nope. Other than the sound of Keeper during that conversation, if that's kind of that same time frame.
Right. Oh, how reckless is Hildy feeling right now?
That reckless, it seems.
She's gonna go up the stairs. Fuck it.
Move your character.
Yeah, just right at the edge there. Just look into this room.
a similar room with a similar fountain kind of bubbling away in the center. Kind of that relaxing, almost soothing noise it seems to make of water falling and hitting the pool below. And you're feeling a little brave as you kind of walk up there.
Mm.
And of course, as you walk up, quiet of the room, offset by the fountain, slowly drowns out. There's almost no noise is heard at all. And you feel heat kind of brush up against your cheek as the reflection of the water seems to glow a bright orange, fiery red. Brief moment you see an explosion occur in the water. But blinking, it's just a bubbling fountain.
What kind of check would it be to see if I'm capable of keeping my shit together?
Wisdom saving throw?
Yeah, that sounds right. Ooh. That's a 2 on the die.
Oh no!
Plus 7, 9.
Nice. Where's the plus 7 coming from?
I'm gonna say with that roll, perhaps by whatever is going on here, or perhaps by your own psyche playing on you as a villain at this point, a whisper just crosses your ears after the vision that fire explosion has receded. Why did you leave me?
Oh my god. Hildy is immediately going to do drugs, like right now, right fucking now. Nope, she is not equipped to deal with this right now. Nope, drugs are happening.
All right, Hildy is snorting up right there on the stairs. While that's happening, Absinthoth and Thamor.
Do you think it was a good idea to let her go on her own? Thamor?
Sorry, my mother was talking to me.
Mm-hmm. Do you think it was a good idea to let Hildy go on her own?
Honestly, no. One of us should go with her. Do you want to watch the kobolds?
I'll watch the kobolds.
Make sure they don't play anything up.
Is it around that point I get the information about there's more screaming commensurate with more people?
Yes.
Wait! Not too many people upon one path! Pestles runs, tries to go. He doesn't go
Thamor,
very...
Yeah, you just see Hildy wide-eye freaking out, snorting drugs on the floor.
Oh, Jesus.
Maybe, I don't even know.
Yeah, no, she is not in a good state right now. Nope.
Hey, you, buff give.
No, she is not in a sharing mood.
Okay, I'm not very good at this. Hildy, what's going on?
Everything fucking sucks. How about we start with that?
I mean, yes, I agree with you there, but why are you snorting your drugs?
Because I'm seeing shit and hearing shit, and I am too sober for this.
You thinking high is gonna help that?
It's gonna make me feel better. Thamor, look, now is not the time for an intervention, okay? Can we do this later?
Yes, let's get out of this hallway, though. You do your drugs in the main room.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thamor takes us up this way. Will you follow him? I mean, if you don't, Thamor is literally gonna pick you up, so.
You're welcome to try. She's
The
not
hallway
listening.
explodes.
I mean, are you gonna force the issue? Because she's not in a listening mood.
I mean, if she's not in a listening mood, I don't think it'd be safe to leave her inside of this room. So, if she's not coming, Thamor will just Hit her up in the back of the neck.
The back of the neck. Okay. What?
Yes.
Oh,
What, you want like both hands underneath the armpits?
I don't know. Okay, you know what? State of mind that she's in. Well, yeah, no. In the state of mind she's in, she would absolutely do this.
Do it.
Right in the face.
That's a firebolt. My armor.
Give me a second. And that's a natural 20.
Ooh. Oh no.
Thamor, yeah, you try to assist, and Tildy turns, hand up stretched, muttering the words to the spell faster than you can even comprehend with the aid of some drug-fueled spell sorcery-ness. And a blast of magical fire engulfs you.
Fortunately, I kind of rolled like garbage. That is 7 fire damage.
Oh, good. Your temporary hit point saved me.
Then you need to roll for your armor, I believe.
Yep. Let me.
You
let
rolled
me
7 fire damage on 6d10 plus 2d8?
Oh, that's right. I didn't roll the crit. Hold on. No. Not. What do you mean 6d10? This is a cantrip.
Yeah,
Firebolt,
you're
not
level
fireball.
11.
I am level 11. Okay, I'm sorry. I need to
So
roll more dice.
Jesus
I
Christ.
apologize.
It's 3d10, and then you also have your artillerist feature that gives you a d8 to things you cast with your.
I do. You're right. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's so I said 7 before. I just rolled 11 more, so that's 19 doubled is 38, and then for my 2d8 is 10 double to 20 more.
No, you don't. I've already doubled the dice for you.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Listen to Treg then. I'm trying to be helpful, but I'm not.
It's
You're too
6d10
high
plus
on
2d8.
drugs.
Yeah, that's what I just did. You know
Okay,
what?
so then don't double it. So it was you get 7, 11, and then what was your
7,
d8?
11, 7, 11, and 10.
All right, so there you go.
So
28.
28 fire. Thamor, roll a
Ow.
d20, a strength saving throw to see if you keep your armor.
It's a really powerful crit.
That one.
Oh my god!
Nothing seems different to you, Hildy, but Thamor, you feel a lot lighter. Your armor just just evaporates. You are standing truly nude.
My shadow actually appears behind me for once.
Yeah.
no.
So here's the question. In the light of this, do you drop Hildy?
No.
I just blasted you in the face.
I mean, true. I did absolutely fucking fail my strength saving throw. So yeah, sure.
I'm gonna roll dexterity saves to see if I stay on my feet.
This does mean more though.
Hey, that's a 10. Not
You kind of crumple to the ground.
okay. Yeah, that tracks.
Let me just fix my damage. Oh Jesus.
Sorry, Thamor. Just fucking don't do that right now, please.
What'd you say damage? What? 28.
Oh, jeez, I should have written it down.
I'm-
7,
Yeah, it was 28.
11, 28. Yes.
Try to say how Thamor would deal with this of being firebolted in the skull. He probably would take a step back of shock. It's not very often. It's literally just like a palm of fire directly into the face.
I think this might be a hilarious question, but what's Thamor's passive insight?
Huh. Let me remember how to see that.
Like, what's
'Cause
your
I
how much do you get to insight? What's your insight bonus?
Oh, insight, 1.
So 11. I think that you probably still be able to clock that she looks like you're surprised. Hildy also looks surprised. Sorry, Thamor. I guess I'm feeling a little twitchy.
Just a little,
Well, at least it was just a cantrip.
Fucking thing was home and just parked it with suit.
And she doesn't know that she just blasted his armor away. So,
It's just his helmet that's covered in suit.
so I think that, yeah, I think that having just attacked Thamor, she is probably sufficiently cowed and just doesn't put up an argument. She just follows Thamor back down the stairs.
Thamor just puts on the Mama Hildy stance.
I have practiced it many a times. Never to success, though. Pistols! You see Thamor walk down the staircase. After you just see a big flash of fire for a moment. His helmet is fucking covered in soot and slow but smoking.
Skids to a stop. Did you find something interesting down there? What happened to your face?
I stepped on a tripwire.
Roll deception at disadvantage.
Yes, please do that.
Please?
Or roll intimidation at advantage.
I mean, my intimidation is -3, so
He's just a nice marshmallow on the inside.
what did you say, Trey? Persuasion?
Persuasion at disadvantage, yeah.
I'll do persuasion.
Deception.
Or deception,
One
yeah.
of those.
Oh, deception? I mean, it's all the same. It's all the
Yeah,
same.
probably
Yeah.
the same score.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a passive insight of 15. Or would you
Yeah.
like... Yeah, actually, no, I'll roll. Let's have the dice decide. Thamor's my friend. He wouldn't lie to me, would he? Oh,
Yes, he would.
You... He frowns and looks at Hildy.
Traces of magical drugs still lingering across her her upper lip, I imagine.
She has a...
She would have wiped her face on the way down. She's no amateur.
Oh,
She's
she
a
doesn't
seasoned
have a-
drug addict.
She just has
Oh,
like
boy.
a line across her upper lip next to her nose.
Pretty much just wanders into the wall, just dunks into the.
She just,
wasted.
Hildy just
Hey!
kind of.
Don't get the water dirty.
Oh, yes, don't do anything that makes Keeper angry. Keeper, Keeper say that Keeper been around long time because he keeps and has power to keep. Others have tried to get in way of that mission and are now part of decorations. But he also say the more person go down one way, the more screaming. So Pestles think this mean is part of trials. Though no one has offered something to Stone Tablet.
And Odoril and I and Freya come back now.
Mhm.
Yep, I was just gonna say if Apsothos was doing anything as well, since he hadn't had a word in on this as well.
No,
Unless
he's
he's
just
been idly
gonna start
standing.
walking over, trying to avoid touching the sand.
Oh my god.
Oh boy, I'm getting it now.
God damn it.
Freya, are you all right? Oh, sorry.
No. You're just gonna sit there, say and hand over to the next person.
Okay.
All right.
What,
Back
what
to
does what does Freya look like right in this moment?
Freya was her attention was on the water. She barely heard you guys come up before Seabreeze said something, and she looks up. Oh, I don't touch the fountain.
Freya, I think it's okay. Odril and I, we think there might be illusions. This whole place seems to be showing us things that aren't really there, maybe. I mean, be careful, but if you have seen something frightening or strange, it may not be real.
I only heard voices in the water telling me to leave.
That seems... Looks at Odril. That seems like one of the things that we have seen.
But the main room, I did find a kobold and a stone tablet, and she recites the tablet to them.
Let us go warn the others.
But I don't know. I can
About
try
the illusions.
perfectly.
Let us go.
I
You can show us this tablet.
I mean, 18 for history, reciting the passage.
I mean, yeah, pretty close.
Pretty close.
Pretty
Maybe a
close.
few words off.
Bonus points. Shut everything off. Recite it for memory now. Nah.
Inspiration.
More guests.
Hello?
This is Keeper.
Yes, hello.
She just walks away after saying hello and goes right to the other group.
Keeper just kind of watched you go for a minute and just gives a very slight shrug as he goes about, still brushing at the sand, and now at the oasis a little bit.
Pestles, Hildy, Absinthos, what are you doing hiding back there? And anyway, it seems like there are illusions in this place. Both Odril and I have seen illusions.
Yeah, me too. It's fucking great, isn't it?
No, it was quite disturbing.
Yeah,
But I think
agree.
it's not... maybe we should stay aware, but maybe it's not something to get overwhelmed by. So be warned.
I could have used that warning a few minutes ago, but thanks all the same.
Apologies.
Perhaps must. Oh, sorry, not mean to interrupt.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Pestles.
Perhaps must travel at least with one other person, so can determine if he's seeing something real or not.
Oh, I'm
So no
sure that
more-
what I saw wasn't real.
No more wandering around. Yeah, well, this is not the difference between something that can or cannot hurt.
The kobold
What?
speaks wise.
What does Thamor
Does he?
look like? Does he... I can't remember whether we see his clothes or what. What does he look like?
I don't know if we ever got him traveling clothes. Probably for the desert.
So you're
He
not
ever
We can't have a
Cold.
dog getting sunburned, can we?
I thought he was always wearing the dress robes he got from Levia, and he never really gave me any other suggestion. He changed those. So,
Well, I was wearing them until it basically was a fireball to the face.
so you're wearing tattered, burnt robes and nude underneath, basically.
Firebolt, not fireball. I wasn't suicidal.
I'm talking about last time in the swamp.
Oh.
Well, then Seabreeze definitely gives him a up and down with a raised eyebrow. Say more. What happened
Thaymor
to you?
glistening in the water of the oasis.
What happened to you?
I ate a fireball to the face.
You tell her the truth, but you lie to Pestilence.
Pestos is just
okay.
a wee baby.
This is okay.
Why?
I'm good with this.
It was because of a tripwire.
Of course you did. Okay, well,
What kind
I
of...
never said where the fireball came from.
I didn't ask. back to Hildy. What?
Oh,
what
Hildy
are-
is keeping her fucking mouth shut.
Yeah, well, that's one of the reasons why I'm coming to talk to you. What do you think we should... Did you do some exploring?
Yeah, I just took a little walk up those stairs there. Didn't get very far.
Well, Pestles, Hildy, Absinthoss, what is the plan from here? I did a little bit of exploring. I found like a barracks of some sort, but this whole place feels like it's not designed to reveal anything to us. It seems like we're supposed to do something in here, maybe, with this tablet.
Keepers say that others before have gone in investigating for shiny things to offer, but the more that go down a path, the more screaming and the more lawn ornaments, you think his word, are added to a temple.
Maybe let's not do that then.
So Pestles maybe suggest everyone pick at least one, maybe two people and go different ways. It's not ideal, but...
Should we
Why
not?
are you suggesting to split? Did you ask the kobold what helped them through this trial? He mentioned shinies.
Yes,
Have a
They
name.
work.
I have a name.
I do not care.
Hey, well, maybe Pestles ask Keeper, what sort of things did others that were able to leave offer the tablet? Or,
Shiny
or the temple?
stones.
What
Varying
Did
sizes.
that work for this ritual?
Were they from the temple, or were they things that they brought with them?
Probably from the temple. They came in here, talked to me, I introduced myself, they read the tablet, then they walked around. A lot of screaming. Then some of them came back with shiny stones. They threw them in the water. And then... I don't know what happens. After that, they're gone. And Keeper cleans.
I really don't want to do this, but everyone, perhaps stand back away from water, and I will. This will maybe confirm if we must find something in temple.
Are you going
Yes.
to explain what you are doing?
He produces one of the diamonds he keeps in reserve for Revivify. He's diamond, he's good quality, and well, if
Not very shiny.
he produces the second diamond,
Nah. You're a bad kobold if you think that's shiny.
not as shiny as temple jewels.
They had shinier jewels.
There's a dithering glare. Then, well, Pistols could have been asked instead of being insulted by stupid sand kobold.
Hey, Keeper does job. You know do job very well.
Freya.
I don't know what
Which master you
Pestle's
serve?
job is.
What master you serve? Keeper wants to complain to master.
Faust.
Your master is dumb.
Freya, did you read the tablet over there? Again.
I did, and I did recite it to you earlier.
Yes,
I mean,
I wonder if it.
I did try to focus on my desire and touched it, but nothing occurred.
I'm wondering if these things that we're seeing in the water of the fountains are related to the stones that this kobold says we need to bring to the stone tablet in the middle of the lake. So that if we look into the fountains, maybe there is some way they make a stone.
It's possible. I would have to go back to the other thing, but when I tried to touch the fountain, I felt a pool of some sort.
What did you
Like
say you saw in the fountain or heard?
I heard voices
What?
that told me to leave.
Did you recognize these voices?
She pauses for a moment, thinking, did I recognize the voices?
It's hard to say. Think of it as a memory of like when you were a child. You don't recognize anything distinctly. You just recognize the feeling and the words that came with it.
It's very hard to say. I mean, it kind of reflects what I went through in my life. People telling me to leave.
Odorel, what did you say you saw in the hallway?
I saw my mistress, Kazdia. And before we left the room with a tarp, I heard a young voice from my past. Your companion, Master Andros. But as a child, calling out for my help. As he did. Only very rarely.
He walks up. Hildy? What did you see?
Something that I would rather not talk about.
Do you not feel comfortable? Is it frightening?
I guess that depends on your definition of the word, but I guess the most truthful thing to say was that it was frightening for me.
Oh.
There we go. It's back.
We lost the bot.
Yeah, I think Discord
Yeah.
just shot the bed for everything.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Disconnected everything and everyone by the look of it.
Wow.
Game is spilled over Discord. It's fucking with you in real time now.
It's audio bug aids.
We're all alone. Anyway. Cleaner is still basically just kind of almost at a point where he's about to threaten to beat you over the head with his broom. Pestles.
So when I said Faust, what did his reaction?
Oh, you said Faust to him?
Yes,
He
I
just
said
cocks
Faust.
Yeah, he just cocks an eyebrow. Lame master. Baby master.
Can I do an insight check?
Sure.
His reaction to Faust.
It's hard to read. Seems genuinely amused by you saying that name.
Young master, baby master. Well, shit. A stew.
Seeing as you're not like,
De-escalate.
he sees you're kind of not like pressing it anymore. He just kind of snorts, gives a harumph, and goes back to sweeping the sand in his vigilant duties of cleaning it.
Claymore fish is cleaning up his helmet.
Odoril, would you be willing to look into the fountain while the rest of us try to, I don't know, keep you safe? Seems like we might be able to test something.
Yes.
And your mental focus seems as strong as any of ours. Looks around the room
Oh,
on the
that's
side.
incredibly rude.
I feel personally attacked right now.
And you should.
Yes. It makes sense. We should understand this place before we delve further in.
Well, take your pick. I believe many of these doors may hold fountains behind them, and I think perhaps those are the key.
The one down this hallway has a fountain. Saw it.
Then we stay together. Come.
Thamor, drag everyone if they won't come.
Already tried that.
Sorry.
What are you apologizing for? Hilly's the one that blasted him in the face.
Here,
Castos
have
does
this
think
extra.
if everyone
Have this
going.
temp HP for later.
And as you all leave, you just hear Keeper kind of shout behind you, "Try not to make a mess! I don't want to have to clean out there again."
Don't worry, we have a sorcerer who cleans himself.
Oh, good. Good. Efficient!
So, everyone, I think if we concentrate on keeping away from maybe the fountain, then only one person will have their fear manifest. And if it becomes a real thing, then we all must deal with it. But if Odoril is the one to look in the fountain, do not look in with him. Does this make sense?
Everyone stand back.
I mean,
Yeah. Yes, Thamor?
he was just gonna say that it did in fact already look into one of the fountains back there, but he got his nat one. It didn't do anything.
This is okay. I think it takes time, and maybe all of us have heard something already or seen something, but have not committed to it. So, Odoril, I
If
think
there are illusions at play, we should understand how they manifest.
right.
Thamor,
Yes.
kind of meandering around the room as they're all talking. You feel a slight chill. You kind of turn. Perhaps it's your newfound nudity of sorts.
Assless chaps.
Yeah, I mean, they're more than just chaps. It's just
It's just ass.
it's just tattered cloth in the breeze here. You feel a chill as you kind of look about. You know, the others are talking about the fountain. A hazy shadow seems to walk right by you. You see the faintest little grin appear.
Where did Absinthoss go?
It was right
Where the fuck is he?
right here.
He's underneath someone.
Are you underneath?
Yeah,
Pestilence?
underneath. Yep.
Oh, okay.
cowering underneath
Sorry.
Pestles.
Hides behind the kobold.
But yeah,
Underneath Vessel.
He's actually riding Pestles.
Are you
'cause he
using
doesn't wanna get
children as
sand on
human
his
shields
shoes.
now? Are you using the kobold as a kobold shield?
Anyway, the shadow of Thamor gives you a bit of a smile as you kind of see the form of a face appear. Can't save them, Thamor. Can't even save us. And it walks over and just stabs Adrissa. Adrissa! You take 9 points of piercing damage.
What?
Oh.
No save or nothing? Damn.
Nope.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
9? Something stabbed me. I don't see this, right?
Nope. You just see
Okay.
Thamor looking over in your direction. I mean, his helmet pointed over in your direction, I suppose.
A shadow just stabbed you. I saw it.
She played
This
songs.
is not good.
Ugh. Starts dancing around. What was that?
You said you saw a shadow, Black
Mm.
Knight.
I didn't. Yes, I saw a shadow. But I mean, I could not save them.
We did not see. It seems an illusion, but still corporeal. I expect. The small kobold said he heard screaming from others as they delved deeper.
Absinthoss.
Hmm.
Feel a hand grip at your shoulder.
Yeah.
Oh, peasants.
Did you hear your mother whisper into your ear? So you want to be a god? There can only be one. Kill them. Pestles! You feel a sharp pain in your shoulder. And as thoughts you see your mother stab Pestles. Pestles, you take 6 points of piercing.
It might be best. Damar says before. Probably Pestles jumps.
What the fuck is happening?
So, Pestles, do you make a noise?
Oh,
It didn't come through, love.
Pestles.
Try again.
Yes, it didn't come through because my monitor was trying to mess
No
with my monitor
worries.
because it just decided to
Yep,
die. Anyways, noise is. Ay, shoulder. What is scrabbling at his shoulder? Is it bleeding? Is it?
Yes, it is
Adrissa,
bleeding.
Adrissa is on you immediately and would like to inspect what happened to Pestles.
There is a very clean knife wound in his shoulder.
Okay, she compares it to the one on herself.
Very similar in its depth and cut, basically, but
What
yours seems a
happened?
little bit deeper.
What happened?
I don't know. It came from behind, and Absinthoss is behind me. Yes.
She looks at
Like the
Absinthoss.
side dish.
Absinthoss?
I
Did you see anything?
think it might be best if we are not next to each other.
I think that would be the wisest. I think this fountain is cursed.
Yes, but what happened? Tell me what you saw. Did you hear something? Anything?
Did you stab me?
Absinthoss.
No, if facsimile my mother said you want to become a god, kill them, and then stab Pestles.
Shh. She looks down. I think I understand. Everyone, come with me. And she runs down the corridor.
Wait, what?
So wait, other person illusion stab other people?
Hello, let us go. Elf,
Can
come.
someone move me because my monitor is dead?
You got stabbed so hard you got stuck in place.
Stabbed to the floor. Everyone,
Spike.
stay 10 feet away from each other.
Freya, as you're looking down the tunnel, you see a shadow moving amongst the halls, kind of slowly walking towards the end of the hall. Gotta drag things around. Just
Freya
for more
and
fun, because I have all these
Thamor.
actually not using them.
Do you come out?
You swear you see Eldath drifting down the hall.
She pauses as she's about to follow the others and hesitates.
Freya.
Nope. Ah, no. Why did it undo? Roll 20.
I the others and she shakes her head and goes after the group of people.
Thamor's just taking up the rear.
Okay.
Make sure, follow behind people.
Thamor, as you're walking away, you just hear faint laughter in your ear. Help us, Thamor.
Help us laugh harder. So Idrissa says, I think that we are all manifesting our own fears, as it were, but if we go to the fountains together, our fears attack one another. So maybe we have to go alone.
But I saw Ellie.
Who?
She clams up and covers her mouth.
Speak. It's
Ellie.
important.
My
Absinthe, I
God,
told you to stay 10 feet away from each other. What are you doing?
I saw my goddess,
Thank you.
Elidis. I call her Ellie.
Where?
She doesn't hurt anybody back at the tunnel. And she points back at the fountain. Where I was standing, I saw her at the end of the hallway.
I understand. I think that it seems like Absinthos's fears stabbed Pestles, and all of you heard Thamor. I think Thamor's fears stabbed me, and she's holding her side. But if we go alone, maybe this doesn't occur.
And little one, looking over at Hildy, what did you see again? You said something of your fears, yes?
Is it really important what specifically it was?
Yes,
Why?
otherwise I would not ask.
Can I ask Odril to make a persuasion check?
Sure. Let's see here. Okay. 5. Natural 2 on the die.
Isn't it just enough to know that I saw something? Why do you need to know what it was? Did it ever occur to you it might be deeply personal?
It seems everything that is manifesting in this temple is deeply personal.
So it seems to me that we're going to be going through enough shit without having to hear everybody's deepest, darkest, whatever.
I did not ask what it was. I asked if it was something you feared.
Yes.
Thank you.
Well, you're
He
back
gives her a
already.
pointed stare and then turns away.
That was fast. Did you bring shinies? Oh, you're
No.
dripping blood all over the place. Nasty, nasty, nasty. And he kind of goes around and tries to clean any blood droplets with the broom.
No, Keeper, we didn't find anything. If it is our fears, I don't understand. I don't fear my goddess.
Fears? What fears?
Maybe not. Maybe for all of us, it is not fears necessarily, but what did you say? The stone tablet said your greatest desires. So maybe this place is manifesting something different for everyone.
It is asking to give up desires. It seeks some loss. Perhaps it is manifesting that loss.
Ojo's gonna look back at the doorway we just came from. Is there any writing anywhere on door? Is there any sort of draconic inscriptions?
Nope, not here.
Other rooms did not manifest violent fears. That one did. We have seen the small one burn the night. We have seen others stabbed by another's fears.
Do you know about that? I didn't come clean about that.
We overheard.
You heard Thamor lie about it twice.
And Pestil's saying it was a tripwire.
He didn't actually ever say Hildy did anything to him, technically.
Yep, never did.
We have seen this one burned. We have seen others stabbed by fears.
You're a weird group.
You're weird. Shut up.
Keeper, did the ones who whenever someone went alone, did they tend to come back alive?
Hard to tell. I don't know when they went alone. A little less screaming, but they always look so afraid. Always something about fears and desires and, stuff above pay grade.
You are very helpful. Thank you, Keeper.
See, I am a good kobold. I serve Master well.
Don't say it.
I don't need to.
I have something that can help us ward off fears. In a way, it is an effect that is only temporary. Do we wish to investigate this path? Receive these shinies with my protection still active?
If we need to go alone, I volunteer to go first alone.
Landlord's leaving.
Maybe not go down the pathway that gets everyone stabbed. Let's maybe try a different pathway.
Well, look, I just think that, being in a group, yes, people are being stabbed. And then being alone, we see different things that may reflect what we desire. So if we want to, it seems in a way we still have to split up the party, but less people, less pain. And there's several paths around us, and
Estos think 10 10 little plate things around means 10 shinies.
So again, if someone must go alone, it looks like Thamor wants to go alone, but I would volunteer to go alone as well to one of the fountains.
I mean, I don't have anything to stab me or whatnot, but
Someone must go alone to one of these fountains to see if it can produce one of these stones. And I think it would be to face your fear or your desire or your loss of your greatest desire or something like this. But if we go together in groups of more than one, it seems like we will be stabbed repeatedly. Again,
Oh,
I
shit.
volunteered to go first.
You're sure?
Yes.
If you wish to do this, then go and take my protection. And Odro will cast protection from evil and good upon Seavers.
Thank you.
Go swiftly. Do not be deceived.
He goes swiftly and stares into the fountain.
Again, the bubbling waters. Fairly soothing, though that unease seems to be filling you from the prior events. Stare into the water, you don't see anything in it.
Damn. Alright, I'll spend a full turn looking into the water, and if nothing happens, I'll go back.
Are you just looking, or are you like investigating, or what exactly are you doing?
I will investigate, I will put my hand in the water, disturb the surface.
Put your hands in the water. Go ahead and roll me a strength saving throw.
The worst one. Oh, nice. I rolled an 18 plus something.
Oh.
0, so just 18.
Okay. Just barely. You put your hands in, kind of play with the surface. It doesn't really seem like much. So you feel a slight tingle on your arm, and you look down and see the entire water freezing. The ice reaching almost hungrily up your arms, and a cold, deathly presence creeping towards you along it. Perhaps in a brief moment of panic, fear, you snap your arms back, breaking free of the ice. Clatters noiselessly to the floor around you, and looking back at the fountain, still bubbles on. None different than when you left it.
What must I do? She's annoyed. She stabs the water with a rapier.
Rapier makes a satisfying sploosh noise, I suppose. It strikes into the water and dinks off the bottom.
She gets really frustrated and runs up.
Roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh god.
Advantage from Blade Song. That's dexterity saving throw?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. It's 28.
Okay.
Jeez.
You run past, and perhaps because in your panic you weren't paying attention, you trigger two two pressure plates you run across and hear the hiss and click of some very simple arrow traps firing behind you, kind of dinking into the wall.
She hears this and transitions to the wall. Keeps running.
As you hear something laughing behind you.
She keeps running.
Go ahead and roll me another dexterity saving throw.
From the wall. Interesting. Terrible. Oh, much better. Okay, 26.
So you run past, kind of touching the wall. You feel the walls shudder a little bit and the ground gives way, dropping out beneath you. Granted, you wouldn't have fallen in, but just to see if the shutter would have knocked you off. But the entire area falls away. Run, little cat. I will have you back.
You will not take me!
You do not belong in the land of mortals.
I do. I've been reborn. She keeps running to the right here, I'm assuming. There's a corridor.
Yep. Does a 22 hit your AC?
Oh my god.
Oh,
No. Because I'm still
Seriously?
blade singing. My AC's 23.
Wow.
So you turn the corner, familiar sight, apparition, real, hard to tell, but its blade feels very real as it comes swinging towards your head. And perhaps in a moment of panic, you duck, sliding past it, you just hear the hollow laugh. A hollow voice that once commanded your soul. You will find no place amongst them. Search all you like. Before it just walks away around.
Okay. She... I'm gonna make a fear check. That's really good. She steadies herself. She was on the wall. She jumps down to the floor again and mutters, This is stupid. I am doing this wrong. She retraces her steps and probably uses the ceiling to go back along the corridor, back to the fountain, and then out to the courtyard
You
again.
hear the laughing kind of growing louder and louder as you run back. And as you get near the fountain again, you hear a different voice kind of gently whispering against your ear. Join us, little cat. Join the Church of the Thunder. You will be welcome here.
Damn. So she keeps going and comes back to
Where
the
are you
entrance.
going? You have no home other than here. And it kind of like fades away as you run back to the central room.
She sort of takes a knee and stops her blade song, so she loses one of those. And says, I don't understand. I went in, I looked into the fountain, I reached into the fountain, and it tries to freeze me. I broke free. I ran because I got frustrated and I saw images from my past that seemed very real. But no matter what I did, there was no obvious way to solve a puzzle or anything like this. I think I am thinking about this all wrong. And she sort of looks down in defeat.
The things you heard or saw, they are things that frighten you, yes?
Some of them, yes, but at the end I heard some voices of people who might have been aligned with my desires as well. It was not consistently fear. It was many things. But no answers. Just voices and traps. More traps. Maybe the goal was to make it to the end of the corridors, but I felt like I was starting to run in circles.
Pestles wonder if need to step on little pedestal. Just like other room, but oh.
Adressa steps on a pedestal.
Glows a little briefly. Words illuminate the base of it. Written once again in Draconic.
Droll standing right there. Can he read what they say?
Were you able to read Draconic before? Was that
Yes.
comprehend language? Okay.
Nope. I read Draconic.
Yep. Some faded words seem to glow beneath the pedestal. What his desire without the fear of losing it? What his desire without the things to overcome it, to achieve it? Find then your desire.
He reads that aloud.
Yeah, Freya would just bite her lip as he read that. So
So, I suppose my intuition was correct. We are being shown fears, things of our desires, as the Dragonborn told us to think on. The fear of not achieving them.
What was thing that it's Idrissa wanted or sound like want?
The phrasing of that, was that a question? I'm not.
Yeah, what was?
Genuinely confused.
What was the thing that Idrissa wanted? In not pestle accent.
I desire to keep my freedom. I spent a very long time as a slave of sorts.
It may be wise to share our answers so we all are aware. My desire is to protect those in my charge, as I have been tasked my entire life.
My desire is to be worthy to my clan, to be strong and have the courage as they do.
Odril turns and looks at Absinthoss. And you, Princeling.
I had myself on mute! Ah! Visibly sweating. To go back in time and right a wrong my mother did.
But didn't Applesauce say mothers ask if want to be a god and kill others to be god?
Well, that's the only way to do it, then yes. Right every
yeah.
wrong.
This does not expect such honest answer.
Why? Never mind.
And you, Kobold.
Pestil's desire. Pestil's wants to have the power to be called Dragon Slayer, if needed. Because Pestil's think might have to fight Dragon. And shifty side eye to Keeper, if
You
Keeper
just
has
see
any
Keeper
reaction.
snort a little bit and chuckle. Hey, stupid kobold think he can fight Dragon Master.
Odril turns to Hildy.
Oh, I'll pass.
You may not.
Says who? Why do you need to know?
It
We
would
are
help us.
adventuring in here together. Fear I can understand. Willful incompetence I cannot.
Incompetence.
You refuse to share information that may assist the group.
According to you, who the fuck are you?
Apparently, I am the one tasked with leading you. It
Well,
seems without my charge, you all are scattered.
Well, you know what? Maybe we wouldn't be scattered if... She just stops right there.
I'm gonna do some telepathic speech over to Hildy for a second. What's the worst that you could share?
She just turns to Absent Thoughts and verbally just shouts, "Get the fuck out of my head, asshole!"
He sighs. Don't share aspirations and desire. There's a good chance that ultimately will cause your death. Would you rather die than share it?
The fear unspoken is a fear that controls.
I don't fucking know my desire, okay? Hammering it down to just one great desire to trump all over desires is... I can't.
I think you can.
Why is pressing guilty do this? Obvious not want to is related maybe also perhaps to thing not want to share earlier. We all know each other's except Gildy's desire.
In the night, but he has since departed.
What? Has the night departed?
Nods over to Thamor on the other side of the room.
Oh, there's departed, then there's departed. Is Noko just... Is Thamor just sitting there, or has he already gone during the deliberations? Is my question.
What is Thamor doing?
He would have sat here for a little bit, yeah. But he is interested to see what this one mountain does, if like the rest of them. He's the one he's seen so far.
Pedestal.
So, wait,
Hold it
pedestal or fountain? Where are you going?
Mountain. He sneaks off.
He does not
So
sneak
yes.
off.
You just hear a clank, clank.
Yeah, no,
You don't clank. You don't
he
have any
doesn't have
armor anymore.
Yeah.
You got your helmet, unless you're banging your head on the wall as you go.
It's just bare feet slapping.
Those things cheap
Slap his
clapping.
ass cheeks. Jimmy thick.
Everyone's desire immediately changed that day.
Hi, Twitch.
Hi, Twitch. A lot to unpack with that one. Anyway, Thamor, you snuck off. You're going to the fountain. Kind of eerily quiet. Sound of the water kind of dripping around, or dripping into the basin. Kind of stare in. It seems peaceful. Are you interacting with the fountain at all, or just...
Yeah,
staring
he'll
into it?
reach down and tap the surface.
Feels
Up
warm
along
to the
it.
touch. As you touch it, you realize you form ripples that stop. The water stops moving. It stops flowing into the basin. Kind of look up, stare. What the water that was flowing is now halted. A formless face seems to just float amidst the surface. If you had all the time in the world, couldn't save him. Couldn't save him then. Can't save him now. Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Mm-hmm. A 14.
Hand is touching the water. It was cold. And you look down to see a familiar sensation is once again. Bits of stone seem to fleck along your arm.
God, not this fucking again.
Soon, Thamor, you will have all the time in the world. Just think about how you failed.
I have not failed yet.
As your arm is partially petrified.
That's
Okay.
fine. We have Gruber in the other room. He gonna petrify me.
So nonchalantly.
Oh wait,
his
fuck!
arm
He's
gets
not in the other room.
petrified.
Shit! He's not in the other room. Oh fuck!
No, he's not. He's the whole
Nope.
reason why
Oh,
we're
fuck
here.
me.
And the water resumes flowing once again as your arm is now like
Oh,
got
yeah.
streaks of stone embedded in the flesh, and you will suffer a -1 to your attack rolls for now with that.
At least it's not the legs this time. At least I can walk upstairs
Yet.
still.
Yet.
Oh, good bar.
So what else are you doing, Thamor?
I mean, if that's the only thing I mean, the stone thing, that's fucking terrifying. But also, the water's resumed, time has essentially resumed as he can see.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. He'll wait around for a little bit longer.
As you sit and wait longer.
Oh,
Sorry.
no, go ahead.
Oh, I see you were gonna say something.
I was gonna say if nothing happens, but it seems like something was happening.
Yep. As you wait longer, again, the voices seem to kind of come back in and out as you wait longer and longer, growing louder and a bit clearer the longer you seem to sit out here. Same kind of tone reverberating. Just save us. You can't, can you? We're waiting, Thamor. Waited for so long. Are your friends gonna suffer the same fate? You even save yourself anymore?
They will not suffer the same fate as you have. I still do not know what happened to you.
Because you couldn't even be bothered to look, could you? Worthless. Useless. Weak.
None of those. I have been looking, but this time is in jeopardy. Everywhere I look, there's something happening. People being hurt.
Are we not as important, Thamor? We just take a back seat. Just give in, Thamor. Or kill them. They tie you down.
Thamor
Without
shakes
them,
his head.
you'd be free to find us.
No. These voices are not of the people I know. They were like me. They will not let
like
innocents suffer.
How many years have passed? How that changes someone, Thamor. Thamor, roll me another wisdom saving throw. Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
What do you mean, another? What did I miss? Let's see.
Two saving throws.
I'm gonna roll lucky on that. Fuck that shit. There.
Better, but not enough. Thamor, you are stricken with 1 level of exhaustion.
Jesus.
Feel the weight of the time you've wasted. You don't care about us. You don't care about them. You can't save us. You can't save them. You're weak. The voices kind of ebb away again. And roll me a perception.
Yeah, they was leading on his halberd, now of his two.
You catch a glimpse of a figure down the end of the hall, but you can't quite make out what it was. It seemed familiar, a more solid shadow than you're used to seeing recently, but it seemed familiar, but perhaps the exhaustion is what's hitting you now. Find us, Thamor. Save us. Or join us. Fall asleep forever.
Wait, Thamor remembers he has a homunculus that points towards things Thamor wants to know. Maybe. I haven't used it yet.
So the rest of you, you've noticed as you're conversing, Seabreeze did her little jaunt, and Thamor is decidedly absent. Holden Alton.
Hey!
This is about when Odril says,
It took a moment.
The night he is departed.
Odro, can you help me translate the rest of these plinth thingies?
Indeed.
Alright, come, let us go to this
The
one
kobold
more.
can also read them. Small one.
Yes, that was about to say.
Princeling, go with him.
Steps on the one in the corner.
Okay, so I will speed that process up of you reading the different plates. There are 2 different inscriptions across, like spread out. Like every plate basically alternates between one of the inscriptions. One being the first one I already read to you. What is desire without the fear of losing it? What is desire without overcoming the fear and obstacles to it? Find then your desire. The other one that seems to be a little bit more marred and almost seems like somebody else chiseled it in over the original text seems to appear on a couple of these as well. It's just the simple phrase, find them in the rooms, hidden amidst your fear. You find that inscription chiseled into like a couple of the plates hastily.
Alright, well,
could you post the original into chat as well?
Yes.
After reading all of those, maybe I gave up too quickly. But it seemed very life-threatening. I mean, I ran into a death knight. So...
A death knight.
Yes. Was my commander when I was a slave. But maybe... I have an idea. I want to go find that doll again. Do you remember that, Odoro?
I do. Do you wish company? It may be wise.
I don't want to get stabbed though. And I guess just come get me if I'm not back before Thamor. Sorry, I'm not laughing in character. I'm just laughing because Thamor is pulling an Elton. So she casually walks towards the corridor over here.
Yep.
I'll
You
let
see
anybody else.
Thamor by the fountain.
Yeah. She rolls her eyes a bit. I don't have to RP out the whole thing. I would go back to, obviously, the barracks and try to look for the doll again. But
You walk by Thamor, who seems to be
okay.
a little slower than normal, perhaps.
Hey, more. She doesn't stop. She keeps going.
Everyone goes look at you by the time he looks over. You're just already gone.
She jumps over the thing. Comes back in here.
But as she's looking for that, Thamor probably gonna go where that shadow was.
Okay, that was down the hallway here.
Which hallway? There's 4.
Left.
Okay.
And I
And
would assume you're careful enough to
yes, I am not
step
stepping
on
on
traps.
the traps. Yes.
All right. So you will
Yes.
need to roll me a acrobatics at disadvantage over the next one since you are
No, fuck
exhausted.
gosh, I'm teleporting over that one.
Your shadow armor is not engaged.
Now it's back.
You didn't have a short rest.
Oh, I think I can use it up to 2 times.
No, I meant
think
more of
it's
the your armor.
abilities.
Your
Oh,
armor was tied to your abilities, and you got it burned off.
True. Never mind.
Oops.
That was the one big caveat, because I gave you a very strong defense ability. The big caveat being your armor is removed.
Yes, after sure. Yes, okay, I see. Yep.
Yep.
If Seabury sees you walk by the doorway, she says, "There's another trap that way. Be careful."
I mainly ask because it's a long enough jump that you would have to make the jump, and you have exhaustion, so that would hurt your chances of kind of even trying to do it potentially safely.
Yes, I'm gonna give it a try. Seabreeze, when you hear Thamor get stabbed by something, please pull him out.
Maybe.
Thamor's like, help me. Maybe later.
So athletics or acrobatics, either or will work,
You'll
but
be
you still have to
fine.
do it at disadvantage.
Only mild screaming.
Yeah,
Okay,
only
just
minor.
crit twice. That's all you gotta do. You're a Nuko.
And you have lucky.
Why would you say that? I'm gonna get 1 and a 20. Okay, 14 and a 15. I hope that's
All
enough.
right. You barely get across.
Ooh.
It's very close. I didn't set a very high DC, but kind of stumble on your way over, feeling the effects of that exhaustion, eating away at your stamina.
Thamor's gonna take such a power nap after this.
So, Seabreeze, you look for the doll. It's in the same spot you left before. An innocuous, burlap little stuffed doll.
I squeeze it. I wonder if there's a stone inside.
I squeeze it.
I don't know. It's worth a shot.
Well, I think we're gonna pick up next time because as you do, the door slams shut, and I'm gonna need you to roll me initiative.
Oh my god.
No!
What?
As you see a familiar commander
Damn it.
emerging from where the door was.
Oh no!
You want me to roll initiative now, or you want to wait till next time?
We can wait till next time because we'll probably get whatever else is needed as well. But
Rip.
I have found you, my slave.
Oh no.
But we will pick up from there. Because I didn't realize it's already still 1 a.m.
The
Got me a good
narrative
time.
is
Wait.
good.
Huh?
Dang it, we almost got to 101.
The narrative. I'm enjoying this.
Yeah.
Sorry for calling the poem lame.
No, I know the main character. I was just messing with you.
Absent thoughts. I refuse to touch the sand. I call the poems lame.
I'm going to
I'll touch the
introduce.
sand
I'm
now.
going to introduce the NPC it trains.
I don't like sand. irritating. Gets everywhere.
I was thinking about helping with prestidigitate the sand out.